Hi guys, today we're going to be looking at the Leatherman Core. This was, I believe, released in 2005. This is a 2005 model, and I think it was retired in 2009. This came after or replaced the Supertool 200, I think. And when this was discontinued, the Supertool 300 was then released. I've had a Supertool 300 and I personally prefer this. It's a lot more solid and chunky. Let me show you what it's got. So we have the inches and centimetres ruler on the outside, and not much else. You've got the unlocking tabs there, and I noticed this plastic here. I think they call it Zytel plastic. That's pretty much it from the outside. No outside accessible tools. We open it up, really smooth opening until you hit, I assume, the resistance on the plastic with the plier head pivots there. I assume that's what it is. Anyway, you've got the, I believe this is the same as the first generation Surge plier heads, I think, but apparently one of the strongest plier heads that Leatherman made. Obviously you've got no replaceable cutters in there, built-in cutters. You've got your hard wire cutter there, a little tiny arrow telling you that, and you have your cutter and crimper at the bottom, just in there. Really nice feeling thing, solid, heavy. I'll weigh it in a minute. This is about the sort of size. The only two tools that I have really, which I thought were similar sort of size, was the Surge, which is massive, but as you can see, it's not. The handles are not as big. I'll just put those. Okay. Not far off actually. I lied. They're about the same. Actually about the same size tool. And also I have the Victorinox Swisstool, and that's about the same size as well. So we'll do a little bit of comparison with weights, I think, in a minute. But anyway, let's have a little look at what we've got here. So all the tools, as I said before, are accessible by opening the pliers. They're all inside tools. You have your nice file here. You've got the straight cut and cross cut, and they're sort of quite aggressive. Feel pretty decent. All Leatherman files are pretty good in my experience, and you've also got your, I don't know, they call it the hacksaw or metal cutter or whatever there. So three-way file, and the little lanyard loops popped his head out. That's there as well. And put that back in. We have the awl. That looks very similar actually. I'm just going to have a look now to the awl in the Surge. Is that the same awl? No, slightly different. Well, from there it's exactly the same. Focus. Slightly different. You've got your sort of pull hook there to get it up and out. Put this away before I end up injuring myself. If I can. What am I doing? So you've got your awl. These all lock in, obviously. Press that tab to release. And we have the medium flat-headed screwdriver. And we have the big boy flat screwdriver stroke pry bar. And we also have the blade there. I like Leatherman stamped on the blades on the older ones. They don't seem to do it anymore. It's obviously a cost-cutting thing, I suppose. Anyway, so you got those, and in this side we have wood saw, which in my experience are usually pretty good. Excuse me. And we have the small flat screwdriver. Now, I think this tool, the Core, was the first Leatherman to have hollow ground tools like screwdrivers and stuff. Dull fact, but I think it's true. You have your Phillips 3D Phillips head screwdriver, really nice long reach screwdriver there. And we have, as you guys know by now, my least favourite tool, and that is the can opener, but you've also got the wire stripper V notch in there as well, and they do work quite well. And finally we have the serrated blade, really decent sized blade actually, and again we've got our little Leatherman stamp in there. So yeah, it's quite a nice, it really feels solid. I think from what I sort of read up, people whinge about the plastic, because that plastic goes all the way across on the inside of the handles. I'm not quite sure why they've used it. I'm convinced it's to do with just sort of smooth, so it's not metal against metal with the Plier heads. Will it wear out quickly? I doubt it. This is already 20 odd years old and it's all very solid and quite stiff still. Yeah. Anyway, let's have a little look at it compared to the Surge. So Plier heads, I think they're actually a bit nicer than the Surge ones. Sort of better finished anyway, and obviously with the replaceable cutters, it's quite a big chunk of steel missing on both jaws, and you've got the screw hole all the way through on both sides, which will significantly weaken it compared to a solid piece like this. Let's have a little weight. Let's weigh them, shall we? Come on. Well, that took ages. 0. Okay. So we're looking at 293 grams for the core. Oh, sorry guys, I've got American friends like their ounces. So that is 10.34 ounces. The Surge is 12.7 or 360 grams. And finally, the Swisstool is 292 grams or 10.3 ounces. So, you know, it's, the Surge is a beast, as we all know, but it is up there. You can also get, I got this ages ago because I got it on sale, this screwdriver adapter for the Leatherman. It was on sale. Like I say, these are quite expensive. I think they're normally like over £20, which I wouldn't be willing to pay. And I haven't really used it. It does fit on my Victorinox Spirit a bit, but not great. But this is what it was designed for. So you've got the square shank on there, and the Leatherman, oh, wrong way, the Leatherman bit perfectly fits. It's not, I don't think it's magnetic. No, but it's a really nice tight fit. It doesn't come off. So then you can use, it's magnetic in this end, I believe. You can use your 1/4 inch bits in there. So that's quite a nice little add-on to have. But again, it's not like the bit driver that a lot of us are used to. The 2D bit driver from Leatherman. But in a lot of ways, I think it's a lot better. I swore by these bit drivers on the Leathermans, and since I've been carrying my the Swisstool, the Spirit, a lot more, that has a long Phillips screwdriver like this, I've been finding it so much more useful. And like I say, this does fit also on the Victorinox. Not as nice, obviously, for its as this, but and then it just opens you up to using the flat bits. Obviously, fit in this, or the 1/4 inch. So it's quite nice. But you do find, well, I find that I just use the built-in tools a lot more often than having to reach for extra bits. So that doesn't bother me too much. Yeah, so all in all, I think it's a really nice, I much prefer it to the Supertool 300. It'd be wicked if it had a pair of scissors in it, but it doesn't. But other than that, it feels a lot more solid, a lot better made than the the Supertool, in my opinion. when I saw it previously and saw sort of pictures of it, I've never really gone for it because I thought it was really thin framed multi-tool, a bit like a sort of PST or the super tool. And I thought, oh, I've already had those, I'm not really interested. This isn't going to be any different, but it is completely different. It is a nice solid chunky tool, so yeah, I think it's quite nice. Quite a nice thing. Do I prefer it to the Surge? Nope. The Surge is probably my favourite Leatherman. But it is a bulky boy, and it is heavy. But you've got scissors on it, not as good as some of the Decoy scissors and stuff, but you can sharpen these up and sort of get them going so they're usable. Everything's decent on these. I do like them. I think it's one of the better Leathermans, but that's if you're willing to carry such a heavy beast around with you. And the T-shank adapters are brilliant as well. But I've already reviewed that, I'm sure. And going back to the Swisstool, I don't know why I'm talking about these others. We're supposed to be talking about the Core, but the Swisstool, much as I love Victorinox stuff, I'm really, really getting into it. I just wish they did more multi-tools like this, but this is my least favourite. I love the Spirits, but this I find a bit too clunky and agricultural, I think. It's not as smooth when you open and close it as the Spirit is. Tools are nice and pretty good, and obviously you get the satisfying click and everything, like you do with all Victorinox stuff. But if I had to carry these two around, I probably actually would go for the Leatherman, believe it or not. Doesn't beat the Spirit, but yeah, nice little thing. I'm glad I got it actually, to try out and review, because I just dismissed it as being just a dull, flimsy, not flimsy, but a dull, hollow type tool like the ST300. Sorry for fans of ST300. I know everyone says they're really hard wearing and amazing and heavy duty, but it didn't feel like it to me. This feels more solid to me. But yeah, anyway, that's my quick view of the Leatherman Core. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please, please, please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.